Okay.
So Ashta the Nafkale Milamik Seshamai Vaxeshabayim. So you can't ask what's before, what's after. So then, what do you need that for? Rabbi Lazar. Adam Arisha min haaretz ad l'rakia. Adam Arishan was tall. He stood from the ground until the rakia. Shenamar lemin hayom asher bara Elokim adam al haaretz. The kiven shesarach, once he sinned, hiniach HaKadosh Baruch Hu yodav alavu miato. Kadosh Baruch Hu sort of squashed him to his sides. Shenamar achor vakedem tzartani v'atashas alay kapecha. I put my kaf, my palm, to make him shrink. He was from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Shrunk him. Well, one says from Shemayim v'aretz, the other says from one side to the other side. It's the same distance, infinite. From one side of the universe to the other side of the universe, whether it's up or down or side to side, it's the same. I mean, Asar dvorim nivru b'yom harishon. 10 things were created on the first day. Elohein, Shamayim v'aretz, Tov vavo, Or v'choshech, Ruach u'mayim, Midas yom u'midas laila, the measure of the day and the night. Shamayim v'aretz, Chsiv, Bereishis bara Elokim, Shamayim v'aretz, Hashem created the sun, the heaven and the earth. Tov vavo, Chsiv, the haaretz isa tov vavo. Or v'choshech, choshech, Chsiv, v'choshech abnei tohom. Or Chsiv, v'yom Elokim yihi or. Ruach u'mayim, Chsiv, Ruach Elokim racheves abnei hamoyim. Midas yom u'midas laila, the measure of the day and night, Chsiv. Vayer vayvok yom echad. Ta'ana tohu kav yarok, shemakiv is kolam klo. It's a green line that circles the earth. Shemimenu yatsa choshech, and darkness came out of that line. Sheneamar yashes chosech sisro sivosa. Bohu elo avonim amafulamas amashukos bato. These are big stones, rocks that are sunk into the depths. Shemehen yotzi mayim, and water comes out of these stones. Shenemar v'nata alav kav tohu v'avnei vo. V'or b'yom rishon ivri. How can you say the light was created on Yom Rishon? V'aksiv v'aytenu samalkim b'kir shamayim. He put the sun and the moon in the sky. V'aksiv v'ayer v'ayvok Yom Revi. So it's not the same or. Rabbi Lazar, or shabar kadosh baruch hu b'yom rishon. This is a special light. Adam tzayf bo misofa olam vatzofo. He could see from one end of the earth to the other. Kivin shenistakel kadosh baruch hu b'dor mabul b'dor afloga. Kadosh Baruch Hu saw the generation of the Mabul and the Tower of Bavel. The Rosh Masem Kolim, and their ways were evil. He hid this special light. He held back from the Rishonim light. Who is he saving it for? For the tzaddikim. Shenemar vayalu imesa or kitov, vein tov el tzadik. Shenemar imru tzadik kitov. Kiven shira or shegnozel tzadikim somach. When the light saw that he was saved for the tzadikim, he was happy. Shenemar or tzadikim yismach. Now, in one aspect, it's a machlokes tanaim kitanoi. Or shabar kadosh baruch hu b'yom rishon adam tzayfu mabit po misof olam vatzofa. The Rabbi Yaakov. The or that was Hashem was created on the first day, you could see from one end to the other. The Chachamim say it's not a different or; it's the or of the sun and the moon. He created it on the first day, but he put them in the Rakia on the fourth day. The way the scientists today understand the Big Bang, that at the singularity, at the moment of creation, there was a massive explosion, heat, and the creation of all the matter in the universe. Then eventually, billions of years later, it cooled down to create the stars and the constellations and all of that, all of the material gathered. So you could understand, at least maybe in this concept, it was created on the one day, the way the Chachamim said, but they weren't hung into where they are until the fourth day. That could fit with scientific theory today. Amar Rav Zutra Bar Tuvia Amar Rav. Basar Dvarim Nivra Olam. The world was created with 10 midos. Chachma Tvuna Das, Koach Ga'ara Gvura, Tzedek U'Mishpat B'Chesed U'Vrachmi. B'Chachma V'Tvuna D'Chsiv Hashem B'Chachma Yosod Eretz. Koren Shomar B'Tvuna. B'Das D'Chsiv B'Dat Toy Toy Misnivko. B'Koach Gvura D'Chsiv Mechin Harim B'Koichoy Nezer B'Gvura. B'Ga'ara, which is like yelling. D'Chsiv Amudei Shamayim Yirofaf V'Yitmu Migaraso. B'Tzedek U'Mishpat D'Chsiv Tzedek U'Mishpat B'Chon Kisecha. The tzedek, righteousness and justice, is sort of the footstool of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. B'Chesed V'Rachamim. D'Chsiv Zchorach Hamecha Hashem V'Chasadecha Kimi Olam Heimo. Chesed and Rachamim. He made him like a loom. He yelled at it and it stood it up. It stood up because he yelled at him. The world was mamshik and mamshik and mamshik until HaKadosh Baruch Hu said enough. Otherwise, it would be too much. That's the concept of shakai. Amrei Shlokish, B'shasha Baruch HaKadosh Baruch Hu Sayam Ayamarchi V'holech. The ocean also was going to go and going to cover the whole earth. Ad Shagar Baruch HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'yibshu, until he yelled at it, and then he created the beaches. Shnamar Goer Bayam V'yabsheyu, he dried it up. The Chol HaNahar Osechriv. Ton Rabban Beishamai Omrim Shamayim Nivru Tchila V'arkach Nivre Sa'aretz. Beishamai says first the heavens, then the earth. Shnamar Breishis Bar Elokim Es HaShamayim V'Sa'aretz. Shamayim is first. Beisomrim Eretz Nivre Tchila V'arkach Shamayim. Shnamar Biyom Asos Hashem Elokim Eretz V'Shamayim. Armelam Beisel Beishamai L'Divreichem. You say the sky was created first. Adam Boina Ali V'Arkach Boina Bayis. What, you build the second story first, then you build the first floor? He created the Shamayim on the foundations of the Eretz. What do? A footstool and then a chair? The chair should go first. Shenemar Kama Hashem, Hashomayim Kisi, the Haaretz Adam Raglai. The land is the footstool. The Chachamim said they were created. You can't have one with the other. Shenemar Af Yadi Yasda Eretz, the Iminitib Hashomayim, Koreani Alehem Yamdu Yachta. The other opinions that say they were not created together. Ma yachta. Dulo mishtalfi me'adodi. Once they were created, you can't separate them. It's not that yachtav isn't a adjective to give us the time that they were created at the same time. It's an adjective that describes how they are now, where you can't separate them. So kosher krayadodi. So the psukim seem to be in steer as well. By creation, the Shemaim was created first. When they put him in its place, My Shamayim, on Rav Yossi Bar Chanina, Sheshamayim. Shamayim represents, that's where the water comes from. The Masnisatana Eish Umayim. Shamayim is a combination of fire and water. Melamed Shevina Kadosh Baruch Hu Tarfan Zeh B'Zev Aseh Mein Rakia. He made the rakia out of a combination of water and fire. Shol Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Akiva Kishayim Alchim Baderech. Rabbi Shmuel and Rabbi Akiva were walking, and Rabbi Shmuel asked Rabbi Akiva, Amar Lei, Atasha Shimashta Es Nachum Ishkam Zrashim Shtayim Shana. You were the student of Nachum Ishkam for 22 years. Shaya Dorish Kol Esen Shabbat. Whenever it says, like Esa Shamayim Vesa, he would darshan all the Esim. So Rabbi Shmuel wanted to know, how did Nachum Ishkam darshan Esa Shamayim Vesaretz? Maya Dorish Ben, Amalei, Ilu Nemer Shamayim V'aretz. If it only said, Breishis bara Elokim Shamayim V'aretz, I would have thought Shamayim Shmo Shal Kadosh Baruch Hu. Right? It was like the Elohim Shamayim, it's like one name. Achshav Shenemar Esa Shamayim V'aretz, we mean Shamayim Mamish, Eretz Mamish. It has nothing to do with the Shem of Hashem. Esa Aretz Lamli Lahagdim Shamayim La'aretz, and it wanted to give us a temporal relationship between heaven and earth. Ve'aretz Isa Sovavo. Michti B'Shamayim Maskil Bereisha. He started off in Shamayim. Ma'isha Dikol Choshev Ma'aseh Eretz. Why does he start talking about V'aretz Isa Tovavo if he's created Shamayim first? Ton Rabbi Shmuel Mashal Melech Basar V'Dam Sha'amar Lavad V'Ashkimu L'Fischi. Wake up early to open my door. Hishkim Umatza Nashim V'Nashim. They found men and women waiting. Lemi Mishabeach. To who does he praise? Lemi She'ein Darko L'Hashkim V'Hishkim. To the women who are not normally waking up early. So same thing with the Bria Sa'aretz. It's a davar gashmi. It's more roy to speak about it more than Shamayim. Woe is to creations that see, but they don't know what they're seeing. They stand, but they don't realize what they're standing on. The land stands on pillars. Shenemar, Hamargiz Eretz Bimkoima Va'amudei Yispalatzum. Amudim alamoyim. The amudim are in the water. Shenemar l'rokah Eretz alamoyim. Mayim al haharim. Waters on mountains. Underneath the oceans are mountains. Shenemar al harim yamdu mayim. Harim beruach. The harim stand on the wind. Shenemar ki hinei yotzer harim uvoi ruach. Ruach b'sa'ara. Sa'ara is like a windstorm. Shenemar ruach sa'ara osed varo. And sa'ara tliya b'zroach shel Kadosh Baruch Hu. The windstorm is on the mighty hand of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Shenemar umitach azro solam. V'chachavim ma'imim al shnayim al shnei matzar amudim omedes. The land is on 12 pillars. Shenemar yatsev gulat amim l'mispar b'nei Yisrael. So there's 12. The Yeshamim Shiva Amudim. Shenemar Chatzva Amudei Shiva. 7. Lezer ben Shmuel Omer Al Omer Echad V'Tzadik Shmo. Shenemar V'Tzadik Yisod Olam. I believe these are mystical concepts. It's not geography. Kabbalistic concepts. Amar V'Dishnei Rekoimein. There are 2 heavens. Shenemar Hein L'Hashem Lokecha Shamayim U'Shmei Shamayim. Reish Lakish Omer Shiva, Ve'eluein Vilon, Rakia, Shchakim, Zvul, Ma'on, Machon, Aravot. Vilon, Eina Meshamish Klum. Vilon is just a curtain, Ela Nichla Shachas V'Yotza Arvis, U'Machadish B'Chol Yom Ma'aseh Breishis. Shenemar Kadok Shamayim V'Imtachem Ka'or LaShavas. The Vilon has the the morning and the evening pass through it, and it's mechadesh every day. Period. Rakia, shebocham levana kol chav mazos kvuim. Sun, the moon, and the stars and the constellations are fixed in the rakia. Shenema vayitenotam lokim birker shamayim. Shchakim, shebo rechaim ondes v'torchnas monat tzadikim. There's some kind of heavenly mill that grinds, and the mon is formed there for tzadikim. Sheneamar, vayitzav shchakim imal v'dalti shamayim potach, vayamter lehem mon lechol. Zvul, when we talk about there's a Beis Hamikdash lamata and a Beis Hamikdash lamala. The Beis Hamikdash lamala is in Zvul. Shebo Yerushalayim Beis Hamikdash. Umizbeach banui. There's a mizbeach there. Umichal asar agadol oim lemakriv alav korban. Michal is makriv korbanis. Shneamar bano banisi beis Zvulach machon l'shifta choylamim. Uminal and Hikri Shamayim. How do we know that it's part of Shamayim? T'chsiv habeit mi Shamayim ure'ei mizvul kodshecha v'tifratecha. Ma'on shebokito shamalach hasharis she'omer shir v'layla v'chashois bayom. The ma'on is where the malachim sing shira at night, and they're silent in the daytime. They quote in Yisrael because Yisrael sings shira in the daytime, so they don't want to compete with Yisrael. Shenemar yoim am yitzav Hashem chazdo v'layla shiro imi. On Reish Lakish, kol ha'isik bator b'layla. That's us. We Daf Yomi, we the evening Daf Yomi, or oisik bator b'layla. HaKadosh Baruch Hu moishech alav chut shel chesed bayoim. Kadosh Baruch Hu stretches a thread of chesed to people who learn at night during the daytime. Shenemar yoim am yitzav Hashem chazdo. Uma tam yoim am yitzav Hashem chazdo mishum avalayla shiro yimi. Because at night they're singing the shir of Hashem Torah, they get a chut shel chesed in the daytime. Iked yamim Reish Lakish. Kol ha'isik bator b'lamazeh shu doim elalayla. Whoever studies Torah in this world, which is compared to night, HaKadosh Baruch Hu moishech alav chut shel chesed l'olam haba. He will stretch out his chut shel chesed to olam haba. Shudoim eliyom sheneamar yoim im yitzav Hashem chazdo v'layla shiro imo. Imi. Amrav Levi. Kol ha'poisik medivrei Torah v'oisik medivrei sicha. Someone who goes from learning Torah to stam simple talk. Machil nosoi gachle risamim. He's fed hot coals. Shenemar hakotfim aloach alei siach v'shorish rishamim lachma. Uminon dekar shamayim. Again, how do we know that these various heavens that were mentioned, including Ma'on, is called shamayim? Shenemar hashkifa mimon kodshecha min hashamayim. Machon shebo otzros shelig v'otzros bora. In Machon is the treasure of snow and hail. Va'aliyat tlalim ra'im. Like from Tal. Va'aliyat agalim. These are drops. V'chadra shel sufa sa'ara. The rooms of like tornadoes and hurricanes. Uma'ara shel kitor, the cave of fire. V'dal soseim eish. Their doors are fire. Shenemar yiftach Hashem lachas atzarat tov. Freik the Gemara, hani b'riki isnu. These things are not in this heaven. Hani b'ara isnu. Tichsiv halus Hashem in haaretz. Taninim v'chol to'amot. Eish uvarat shelik v'kitor ruchsar sedvaro. These things are considered part of haaretz. Amr v'idam arav. David bikesh lem rachmim v'oridim la'aretz. They were in Shamayim, but David Davin brought him down. Amar lefon of Ribbon Shalom, lo kel chafetz resha ata, lo yigor chara, tzadik ata Hashem, lo yagor bim gor chara. They shouldn't dwell in a bad place. Or no, it shouldn't be next to you something that has ra, like hail and fire and all of that stuff. Uminal and dikri shamayim. The last of the 7 is Aravos. Shabot tzedek mishpat u'tzedakah. There's tzedakah, mishpat, tzedek, mishpat, tzedakah. Ginzei chaim, v'ginzei shom, v'ginzei bracha. Treasure houses of life, peace, and blessing. V'nishmason shel tzadikim are there. V'ruchos neshamas sha'asid li baros. The shadim and the neshamas are going to be created. V'tal sha'asid HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'achayos be'mesim. The dew that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to use to be machai the mesim is there. Tzedek u'mishpat t'chsiv tzedek u'mishpat v'chon kisecha. Tzedakah t'chsiv v'yal beit tzedakah kasher yon. Ginzei chaim t'chsiv kimcha mekor chayim. Ginzei shalom t'chsiv v'yikra lo Hashem shalom. Ginzei bracha t'chsiv yisa bracha meis Hashem. Habat nishmason shel tzadikim t'chsiv v'yisa nefesh adonit tzru ra b'tzra chayim es Hashem lokecha. Ruchos neshamas sha'asi li baros. D'chsiv ki ruach melfanai yatof u'neshamas ani asisi. I'm going to make the neshamas there. V'tal sha'asi HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'achris b'mesim. D'chsiv geshem nedavois tani f'Elohim nachlasecha v'nila ata konanta. Sham, in that place, ofanim, the wheels, usrafim, the chayas hakodesh, whatever they are, umalachi ashares v'kisei hakodesh. Melech kelchai ram v'nisach shorchen alem barovos. The melech kelchai is there in Arovos. Shenemar salol arochiv barovos bekoshmo. Uminol on deikri shamayim asi rechiva rechiva. Ksivach asolu v'larochiv barovos. Uksivos arochiv shamayim bezrecha. So rochiv connects the arova to shamayim. V'choshech vanan v'arafel makif naso. Darkness, clouds, and deep clouds surrounded. Shenemar, Yoshes koyach sisro, svivois of sukoso cheshkas mayim avesh chakim. How could there be cheshkas mayim umeika chashucha kamishmai? Is there darkness when it comes to shamayim? Vaksiv hugali amikto mistarta yodam abachashko normi mashrei. He reveals depths. He knows what's in the choshech. This is in Daniel. So near HaKadosh Baruch Hu is or not choshech. It depends, his inner house and his outer house. Okay, tomorrow I have surgery in the morning, so I'm going to teach at regular time, 8 o'clock.